Hello, it is me, Pearl from Pearl and the Prayers. And this is Tuned In Tarot. And we are here to take a look at the balance between the divine masculine and the divine feminine energy inside of ourselves, understanding that whatever state we find this energy in, we can expect to see that reflected back to us in our interactions with others, in our external environment that we're living in, and if we want to change those things, we actually have to shift the energy within inside of ourselves. So that's what we're here to do today. Welcome. I'm also streaming live to Instagram. I haven't been doing that in so long, so I'm going to start doing that on Wednesdays for this communication reading. So if you prefer to watch from Instagram, you can do it over there. Although I'm convinced the sound is probably better here on YouTube because I'm able to use my professional microphone. Okay, now that I've made a big mess on my desk, let's get reading. So we're gonna use this relationship spread that I found. It's called the Relationship Happiness Tarot Spread, which is a cute name. It's from the angelorum.co or something like that. And I chose it because Wednesdays are all about communication. Hi, Patrick. Good to see you. Wednesdays are all about communication. So I wanted to look at the communication between you and your counterpart today and give you the tea. So the first position is what you and your counterpart are thinking about each other. So let's look at what you are thinking about your counterpart first. I can't. Okay, so we have here the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving knight in the deck. Somebody who's fine with withholding and fine with breadcrumbing because their intentions are good. They're paving the road to hell right now with these good intentions to be solid, to be reliable, to be perfect. So we love that for ourselves, feeling that our counterpart is taking their sweet fucking time and they have left these breadcrumbs that do not satisfy, do not fill us up. They may be a solid and reliable option someday in the distant future, but there is no sign of them in the present movement. And if you see any movement from them, it usually looks like they're, slowly moving away. So that's how you feel about your counterpart right now. Solid, and consistently unreliable. You want them to be reliable. You see the future of them as in that way, but alas, it keeps eluding you. They keep being completely unreliable. So how do they feel about you right now? I'm so glad I decided to do this reading today. They think that you are fucking sick of waiting for. They think that you are not going to wait anymore, that they're out of time, that they don't have any more time here to wait for this future to arrive. They think that you are just like, I do not have faith in this person. I do not think this person is going to come. I don't think I'm going to see them. I give up basically. I can't wait anymore. So they think that you are done waiting for them. Are they right? Are you done waiting or are you still waiting? And what does that look like, or what does that mean to you? What does waiting for them mean? Does waiting for them mean that you don't try to be in any other relationships because you know that that person is solid and they're going to come through eventually, so you just don't try to have any relationships at all? Does it mean that you do have relationships but you don't put any like real heart or soul into them because, again, you know this person is coming? Does it mean that you are waiting to do things in your life, buy a house, adopt a child, be a foster parent, um, uh, have a different career. Like, are there things that you are waiting to do because you're waiting until this person enters your life, moving to a new location, changing the way you approach your health and wellness? How is it affecting you? What does it mean when you say that you're waiting for this person who's solid and reliable to come through? Um, for me, it's more of an energetic waiting. Like, I do not want to wait for my person. I want if the financial freedom to go and live where I want to live and do the work that I want to do and go on dates with people and start to, like, I want that, but I am blocked financially from doing that, and I feel like that block is a way for me to keep myself from moving on from my person. Like, I feel like it's a way for me to wait, because if I didn't have that limitation, I wouldn't be waiting for them. Like, that's what I think to myself in my head. So what does waiting look like for you, and are you sick of it? Are you done with it? Your counterpart thinks you are. Your counterpart thinks you're like, yep, not going to wait anymore. I'm not waiting for this person. Don't see a future with them. I did at one time, but I don't anymore. That is what they think of you. Okay, then. So, what would you like to say to your counterpart? So, what are you saying to them? How are you communicating? How are you communicating right now to your counterpart? It's the death card. You're ghosting them. You're ghosting them. You've ended communication. You do not try to communicate anything to them anymore. You would like to rebirth the connection. You would like to see this connection come back to life. And you would like to talk to them about that. You are basically saying, if you're communicating anything, it's definitely not in the physical. It's probably an energetic communication. And it is like, we can bring this back to life, but you have to perform the kiss of life to do that. You need to actually breathe life into the connection if you want to resurrect it. But at this point, you're kind of done talking to them, and you're ghosting this person. You right now, you're just kind of like, okay, I don't do breadcrumbs, so we're not talking. um what is your counterpart saying to you? I am not saying that, what I just thought, but I guess I'll say it because it was the first thing that occurred to me. You're kind of being a bitch, which is just, really, are you really gonna go there, counterpart? You're being cold. You're being icy. You're scary. You're intimidating to approach. You expect me to come and to communicate directly to you. And I feel that you just want to cut me down. I think that because I tired you out, and because you are, you don't see a future with me anymore, I have this feeling that you want me to come to you just so you can reject me. Like, you want me to come to you and apologize just so you can be like, well, it's too late. You didn't come in time. You didn't do what I need you to do. There is definitely a fear there that you are just waiting to cut them down. I also think they would say, I know you're smart and I know you're understanding. I know you're clever and I know you're discerning. And I think you can understand the reasons that I have made you wait so long. Ultimately, I think you can figure it out and understand it, but it's scaring me. And I don't know exactly how to approach somebody that is not overly warm to me right now, which you're not. You're not. You're like, you're dead to me. And they're like, okay, cool. I'm dead to them. How can I talk to them then? What do I do? Um, what you and your counterpart are doing to each other. So, how do you treat each other? How do you treat your counterpart? Divine feminine energy, I just want to cry. You treat them with so much love, and you have this innocence. This is Page of Cups energy. You treat them with so much love. Like you feel true love. You respect that feeling, but you do treat them like a boy child. Like you do treat them like just this little man child. Like you treat them like they are immature, underdeveloped, and you treat them like you feel like pigs will fly before they're actually going to master their emotions and be able to express them to you. So there's a sweetness to how you treat them, but there's also this cynicism that I definitely feel the masculine is tuned into, where you're like, I, at this point, don't see how you could possibly get the balls you need to actually apologize to me and express to me. It feels like when pigs fly kind of a feeling. But I do treat you with true love. Like I honor and respect that true love that I have for my counterpart. Um, but you do treat them like they are a child. And I mean, that could be justified. How is divine masculine or how is your counterpart treating you? The Four of Swords. Um, they're giving you the silent treatment. That's how they're treating you. And that's why you feel they're childish, because you know what's really childish? The silent treatment. That's extremely childish. To just be like, well, fine, I'm not going to say anything then. It's like, okay, are you 7 years old or are you an adult? Do you understand that you have to communicate with a person in order to, do you understand that that's like an important, vital part of a relationship dynamic? I hope that you do. Um, they are treating you like you have already died also. They're just kind of grieving your that you're gone. They're praying for you. They're being faithful to you. I do think that that's true. I do think they're being faithful. They're because when I get that card upright, I know that they are faithful to something. So they're not with any other energy. They're being faithful to you, but they are giving you the silent treatment, which is pretty childish. And, they're just kind of thinking, like, well, she doesn't want me anymore. She's done with me. I am an idiot, which no one's going to argue with you about that. Okay, advice on how to create more harmony between what you think and say and do. This is a cool reading. I like it. Okay, so for you, how do you create more harmony um with what between what you think, say, and do? We have the Six of Cups here, which is this beautiful energy showing us that little boys can grow up, right? Little children become adults. They don't always stay childish. They don't always stay in this inexperienced energy. They eventually learn, and I think that you should think about all of the past loyalty that you have from this person who's remaining faithful to you even now. And remember, this is your counterpart energy. Now, you may have a person in your mind that you believe very strongly as your counterpart. Whatever you believe is true. So if you believe that that person is your counterpart, then right now that is the person who you have chosen to teach you the lessons that you need to learn in order to have just amazing relationships. That's really and honestly, an amazing life, not just a relationship, because it helps you have a relationship with yourself, which ripples out into all aspects of your life. So, um, the person that you are thinking about right now, that's the person who you are choosing to teach you these lessons. And you have this history with this person. And throughout this history, they have remained loyal to you, even if they have had other partners or even if they have had things that take their time, energy, attention away from you. Ultimately, they have been faithful to you, loyal to you, and you to them as well. So you you need to keep that in mind. There's also this innocence and this bliss and these good memories that you have. And you have a tendency to focus on the thing that's upsetting you right now in this present moment. But you're not bringing all of the joy from the past into the present. You're bringing only the frustration, um, and then looking at it and observing it and recreating it every time we're doing that. So shift out of that dynamic and embrace how much really love and kindness and attention and caring and affection has been put into this relationship. And if you're like, my that's never happened to me, then there's a very good chance that the person that you've chosen to focus on right now is probably not a good match for you. That you have chosen for them to teach you the lesson that they haven't put that time and attention and caring and energy into the relationship. So that's a sign for you that you keep choosing people who are undervaluing you because you probably still undervalue yourself. Now, you can have somebody that hasn't been able to physically give you anything for a long time, but they may have had these ways of showing you their loyalty or that they're constantly holding this space for you. And even though that's dissatisfying in the physical, it's something that suggests that that unconditional love has remained there. And that's a special thing to remember and hold on to. So that is how you can be more in harmony with your person. And I feel like that's a beautiful energy for your counterpart. How can they, what can they do right now to create more harmony between what they think and say and do? They can offer this cup. They can offer this cup to you. They can finally take all the lessons that they have been learning about where love comes from, what love is, how it flows, how it's meant to flow, what it's meant to represent, how it's meant to be expressed. They can take that and they can use that to help them to express those feelings that they have within you, even though they're afraid that they may have lost you already. They just need to trust that the love that they have from the divine is strong enough to support them, even if you were to reject them. And they need to just make this offer to you in order to bring harmony to the connection. So, more love for themselves and more love expressed to you is how they can bring harmony. And for you to be mindful of you know, their growth, because they have grown and they have learned so much, just like you have learned so much, which is a beautiful energy. And the final cards are the current happiness potential. So here's the current happiness potential. Wow. I didn't expect to see that. I was just going to say right now, like this is what is currently possible for your potential happiness right now. And we got the Lover's card, which is that ultimate coming together with that person that you love, choosing to love self, choosing to accept the inspiration from the divine to do in the material what you do, what you love to do, or who you love to be with. Hi, Sarah, good to see you. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So there's a really good chance right now that you will have a lot of happiness with your counterpart. As soon as you remember and embrace the loyalty that they have had throughout the past and let go of the judgments and criticisms that are making it very intimidating for them to approach you, and open up to receive this offer of love from them. So don't be closed off. Don't close yourself off to this by projecting thoughts of how they always have been, but start to imagine the way that you know they are capable of behaving right now in this present moment. It's a really fortunate time, and there is a very good chance that you will both be extremely happy. I love that. Okay, let's get the oracle messages for each side. For you, you need to take a leap of faith. This is Grasshopper Spirit number 30. And actually, I'm going to read this as your communication to the masculine, just like I would for Tell Me Everything spread, since the Wednesday is all about communication. So this is what you would say to the divine masculine counterpart energy. Right now, you are poised to jump up into the next level of your life and move forward into something even better than you could ever have imagined. When I appear, it is a fortuitous time to take a leap into the unknown. I literally just showed you those cards. Um, for I represent the innovative spirit that says, "Why not?" and has faith in the powers of co-creation. You are being called to trust that this is the right time to go with that idea, relationship, or situation. Take risks, for abundance in all forms will show up for you. Wondrous things await when I appear. You are not going to go backward, so listen to your intuition rather than your fearful ego that resists any change and clings worriedly to what was. Luck is on your side. Jump up and forward with confidence, for Spirit has so much in store for you if you only take the leap. What a lovely message to give the masculine. I'm all about it. You are also getting, for your own advice right now, this cave energy, and it says retreat on it from the Shamanic Medicine Guidebook. And the message from this card: it is time to retreat as cave offers you sanctuary. The Anasazi, the prehistoric ancestors of the present Pueblo Indians, made their homes in shallow natural caves and cliffs for protection from external dangers. Cave appears to you now as a safe hideaway where you can be quiet, reflect, and be still. Your days are often spent running here, there, and everywhere. Your head is brimming with constant internal chatter. It is time to slow down. Stop thinking about what you and everybody else needs or could be doing and take some time out. It is vitally important that you give yourself a chance to be silent so you can hear the loving messages your guides are trying to give you. Retreat. Feel spirit and notice the beauty that is all around you. Be still, breathe, and go deep into the cave within. Here in this sacred place, your balance and harmony will be restored. Once you have convalesced in tranquility and learn to live in the present, you will be able to see with new eyes and move and more carefully experience every moment as a gift of life. Across continents and beliefs, caves provided shelter for prehistoric humans and are gateways to the underworld. Many great prophets, including Jesus, Elijah, and Muhammad, were born in, lived in, or were buried in sacred caves. They are the abode of hermits and sages, a place of spiritual retreat or the transition from isolation and fear to rebirth within the womb of Mother Earth. So the messages for you that are most important right now are: focus on you. Get away from it all. Retreat to a spa, enjoy a massage, or take a sea salt bath to revive your spirit. Your soul craves quiet time. Rest and recuperate without guilt in preparation for the next leg of your journey. The cave speaks: rest ye from thy weary feet, as I invite you to retreat. Now heal within my sacred womb, restoration shall resume. That is a poignant message. So, just when you're about to, because I know how your mind works, because we share the same thought processes, and your mind, the feminine energy, the person who is very dominant in their feminine energy right now is seeing this past card and what they should do to bring harmony. And the immediate thing that they think is like, oh, I should let my person know how much I loved them from in the past and talk about good memories and express all these memories of them. And, maybe even engage in some of the things we used to do. Or no, no, it is not on the feminine energy to make the approach and offer any expression of love. It is on the masculine energy to do that. You need to retreat into your self focus. You need to enjoy yourself. Maybe today I will finish the actual spa retreat so you can go do that for yourself. It's almost done. It is almost done. But You need to do something good for yourself and retreat so that you can allow yourself to be in the receptive energy, not the giving energy. You don't want to be in the giving energy. You want to be in the receptive energy. Now, we're getting the retreat card with this time to go message from the wisdom of the oracle. And this says, and this is a card I haven't gotten before, or if I have, I don't remember it. Endings, completion, walking away from something because there is nothing else to learn or experience. You are at the end of one journey and have not yet begun the next. This is the moment to bless your experience thus far. Take stock of what you've learned. It's time to move on to new experiences and a new way of being. There is nothing left for you to do, be, or experience in your present circumstances. Take the risk, which came out with your first oracle, and move on, even if you need to be in transition for a time. Your destiny is calling you. The relationship message is it is over, or at the very least, the form this relationship has taken is no longer of service to you or the other person. This is a time of letting go, of knowing that the journey has come to its conclusion. That doesn't mean anything is lost. Although this card could speak to a breakup, drifting apart, or the end of a soul contract, it is more about release than destruction. Remember the saying, if you love something, let it go. If it comes back, it's yours. If not, it never was. Endings are always a sign of new beginnings. If you want something deeper, walk away. I don't know how many of you will take that message to heart today. But what does it look like to walk away from your counterpart? For me, it looks like anytime I'm tempted to put my energy or focus back into somehow trying to get that person to talk to me, communicate with me, renew our connection in some way. Anytime I feel that urge, I say, okay, I guess it must be time to reconnect with my feminine energy, which is music and creativity, expression of emotion. So journaling, writing, painting, um, um, physical expression, body movement, creating content, doing my business, whatever it is that I feel I need to put into this person, letting go, retreating is taking that and just scooping it up and just being like, oh, it's so, you are such an amazing being that you still want to give this love to this person, even though they haven't really returned anything to your cup. And it is incredible that you have such a deep and powerful and unconditional love like that. And it is meant to be shown to yourself. And as soon as you start showing that love to yourself, so much more and less and less time is spent thinking about how to convey to this person that you love them, how to get them to respond, how to get them to do. Then you start to shift into a position where you can finally receive what you've been asking for. If you always text somebody before they can text you, it doesn't seem like they care about you because you're always preempting their shows of affection. So give this person, this counterpart, who you saw today, you have a very good chance of being happy with. Give them whatever time and space they need to let go of their fear that you don't want to be with them anymore because of how long it has taken for them to really learn what they've needed to learn and heal what they've needed to learn. You let them take the time and space they need to figure that out because you had to do that. And while they're doing that, you pour all your time and energy into yourself, into your own stuff, into your friendships, your family, your environment, your pets. Just give it to those people that are right there, right now in your current moment, who can give back to you so that you're balanced, so that you're not depleted, so that you're not sad, so that you're not blocking this other person with that energy. That's what time to go means. It means let this person go right now, do and be and have whoever it is that they want to do and be and have, and you go and do you to your highest potential, and then see what happens, then see how you feel. Check in with me, and I'm going to be back next week and we'll look at it. How did it feel to let And anytime they floated to your mind to for you to be like, I love you, I'm thinking of you, and I'm gonna take whatever effort or energy I was just gonna put into you, and I'm gonna feed it right back into myself. Let me know how that goes after a week of that. That's what time to go looks like. Because I think it's a lot of readers will be like, it's time to go, let this person go. They'll give you any sense of what that actually means or how to accomplish that. It's like, okay, I haven't been able to stop thinking about this person for 15 years. Like, what are the odds that I'm going to be able to stop thinking about this person just because you fucking told me to after this reading? Very slim. So I'm not asking you to stop thinking about them. I'm asking you to notice how much you think about them and then give yourself the same amount of time. Eventually, you're going to be pouring so much energy into yourself that you're not going to have as much time to think about them. And there's going to be this fading that happens. And that is the ultimate motivator for communication. Because if you're constantly focused and telepathically communicating, do they need to talk to you? Do they need to approach you? You know? I just started a pottery class. Oh, that's amazing. I've been doing the 30-day challenge for following your passions where they lead you, teaching my own divine masculine energy that it's safe and smart to go after what really fires me up, what makes me passionate, what I love. And so if you're interested in joining that challenge, you can basically just when you get through the 30 days, let me know and I'll give you 50% off of a personal one-on-one reading with me. Um, and just tag me if you make videos on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, YouTube, of the challenge, and see if you can get a friend to do it with you, because it helps to have somebody that's accountable. This will be day 24 for me today. And it's been awesome. Honestly, I've learned a lot about myself and about my passions. So here is what the divine masculine energy would say. This is the set healthy boundaries card. That's the protection message, little armadillo spirit. Yeah, the challenge is really fun. Basically, the way that it works is the only requirement is that you spend 15 minutes a day, at least a minimum of 15 minutes. I wanted to try to find a time that you really couldn't say you didn't waste on TikTok or watching Instagram reels or YouTube videos. You've definitely spent 15 minutes doing that. So you have to spend 15 minutes doing something that's in alignment with whatever creative pursuit you have. So for me, I want to put out my record and start touring behind my music. And so any activity that helps to push me in that direction, which means learning about artists that I love. So I can spend, 15 minutes reading a biography about an artist I love. I can spend 15 minutes watching. I'm Cyndi Lauper is one of my favorites. So I'm watching her reality TV show right now. As one of the activities, I do my actual work, like working on my track or working on, I'm trying to find different ways to monetize my music so that it will be the center of my career. So if anytime I spend researching that, or I've been doing like keyword research and SEO stuff to try to understand how to get more movement for my reels and videos and all different content that I make. That's included. Anything that you're doing that's helping to further your creative endeavor or passion, whatever you love to do, that's all you have to do for 15 minutes for 30 days in a row. Okay, so let's see what divine masculine is saying. Divine masculine energy is saying, this is a tricky time. I find myself enmeshed with others, overly concerned with how they will take it if I say no or express how I really feel. I feel anxious saying no to someone, so I capitulate even knowing the outcome will not be in my best interest. I often feel like it's my job to stop someone from facing their challenges. I know that instead I might take on their responsibilities, rescuing them instead of giving them the freedom to learn their lessons their way. I feel that if they only knew how much I cared, they would change and then all would be well. I need to be honest with myself and others, no matter how difficult that may be, or how much I may fear losing someone or something. I must face my fear, tell the truth, and set boundaries. I will be amazed at the miracles that happen when I protect myself from taking on too much, becoming a people pleaser, and losing my integrity. I must relax, live, and let live. If I or someone else is being defensive, I am called to step back and trust in Spirit's plan. So there's a lot in there. There may be a third party energy that the divine masculine is afraid to displease, you know, an ex partner, children from another marriage, a parent, a friend, somebody they work with. So it's also just maybe difficult for this person to say no to others. It's easy to say no to the person who loves you unconditionally. Because you know they're going to love you unconditionally. And it feels so unfair to be the receiving end of like, well, I'm going to have to tell you no because I know you'll understand. Remember, I said that one of the things I was picking up on this card is that this person realizes that you are so smart and brilliant and discerning and that you will understand. I do think to a certain extent that that has um, helped this person take their sweet ass time because they're like, my person is so smart, they're so understanding, they're so compassionate, they love me unconditionally. And it's not taking advantage in a negative way, although it may feel like that on the receiving end. It really is just this sense of these other people in my life, they don't have the skills that my person has. They don't have the self control or the emotional mastery or the patience or the insight. And because I am a people pleaser, I need to do what's best for those people. And my person is going to understand because of the love they have for me. So your counterpart is needing to figure out how to set healthy boundaries in their life with the people that are preventing them from moving forward. And you probably have already done that in your life. You're still continuing to do that. Sorry, I was just getting a phone call. Okay, now this really weird shit is happening. What is happening? Okay. I don't know what's going on. Something weird with my phone. Okay. So the message that your person is getting right now from the shamanic medicine guide is prayer, which is so interesting because we're also seeing that energy here in this Four of Swords, this prayer energy. Um, and it says hope. So it's kind of the energy of the star as well. The biggest misconception about prayer is that it is a request or plea from a higher power to change events for us. When you understand prayer as an opportunity to offer yourself up as a conduit for change, so your energy and intention can be directed to facilitate change, you are participating in prayer far more effectively. You are central to your life and what is going on in it. Wanting to give up control and give it all over to someone or something else means becoming disconnected from life, disempowered, and most importantly, forfeiting the opportunity to learn, gain experience, and build confidence, all of which will help you in the future. You are being asked to offer a prayer to acknowledge yourself as a child of spirit, a vehicle of light, a walker on the path, or however else you sense your spiritual journey. Give thanks for the good that has come your way and declare your intention to live in harmony and give service. With those simple yet powerful intentions, you will be practically and emotionally supported so you can face the challenges you may otherwise view as hopeless. From the Gayatri to modern texts, prayer is a first step for change. Shaman use a prayer stick or tie to notify the spirit realm of their intention to seek guidance or to direct the energy raised in ritual. The Serenity Prayer remains a fine example of prayer in its purest form. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. For For your counterpart, or this is for your own energy as well, start your day gently and in prayer to bring you into balance with the cosmos. Your prayers have been heard, and your patience will be rewarded. You are being called to help others. Walk between the worlds as a living offering to Spirit in gratitude and love. Prayer speaks and says, offer to me with open heart the place from which your troubles start. Together we will change the story. From difficulties will come glory. All right, and the final card for your counterpart energy is the exchange gifts message. And it is number 27, and it's the protection message. So, this is kind of a Six of Pentacles energy for me. Be careful what you pray for. That's literally interesting, because you just might get it and then realize you don't want to face the hefty price tag that comes with it. You may find yourself in a situation you've always desired, but know you will have to walk away from or even fail at it because you can't or won't pay the dues it asks of you. If you want to be a famous musician, you have to practice your craft every day. If you want to be a millionaire, you have to be responsible for managing the money and paying the taxes. Even a windfall bears a cost. It's okay, though, because Spirit will help you achieve balance over time. Another message here reminds you that being only the giver and not the receiver plays out in many relationships in your life where you find yourself in victim mode, in a codependent dynamic, or holding on to a false sense of control. Others may push you to continue to prove yourself. The time has come to distance yourself from this kind of imbalance. Being aware of the need for both give and take is the first step to your true destiny. It's all good and getting better. Not only can you handle this, but you can flourish as a result of it. Alrighty then. Wow, this has been fun. Thank you so much for joining me for this communication reading. There's only a couple people in both my Instagram and YouTube. So if anybody would like me to pull a card for you right now, just go ahead and put either a question in the comments, or you can just put general, and I'll go ahead and pull a card for you and give you some insight. Otherwise, you can catch me later on tonight. I will be back on TikTok probably late tonight around 11 p.m. or so before I head to bed for a live over there where I will be doing lives there. You can become a subscriber on TikTok to receive 2 free card readings or 2 cards from me anytime that I'm live on TikTok. And I just announced last night to the people that were there, I'm going to try to do more like once a week with my subscribers, because I'm finding that I'm doing a lot of the free readings and not receiving paid readings, and I do need paid readings. So if you have a question and you're a subscriber, maybe like once or twice a week or something, ask me a question, just not every single time. And that way there'll just be more time for paid readings as well. And I'm sure you can understand that I can't just survive off of $2 a month to read cards for you all, because that's about how much we make. They just announced on TikTok recently that not only are they going to take 50% of our gifts, which they already do. So when you give us a diamond or you subscribe to our channel, they're taking 50%, but they're now also going to take an additional charge for the apps that you use. So when you purchase your gifts through the Apple, like through your app instead of on a browser, Apple takes a cut. And now TikTok is going to pass that on to us, the creators. So we're getting less than 50% of the gifts that they are now trying to really get us to try to get you to give them. So I'm feeling very, very ambivalent about trying to promote the subscription model through TikTok. I am thinking that it would make a lot more sense for me to just use my own membership on my website, which is available. If you become a member at my website, you do receive full-length Tell Me Everything spread each week that I've been doing since January. I fell behind it for a couple of weeks, so there's a few missing, but for the most part, it is there for you. And I will try to stay consistent with that each week. But yeah, they are now taking. So when you spend, like, let's say you give me a $40 gift on TikTok, I used to only receive just under $20 for that. And now I will be getting probably closer to like $14 or so. So you spend 40 and I only get 14 of it. So it really makes a lot more sense to purchase readings from me, send donations to me, because I already pay taxes. When you send me donations, and it goes through my business account, I already have to pay taxes on that. So like, there's just so many little ways that they are kind of chipped away at our earnings, which is really frustrating because they wouldn't even have a platform without creators. And I also found out recently that they do have humans that are pushing certain content, which I knew because I was scouted by an agency a few months ago, like over the summer, I think, and I joined up, and my views on my videos, my views on my lives, they were huge. It was like thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Um, it would always whittle down to like a core, like 30 people or so. But in the first like few minutes that I would go live, there would be hundreds and hundreds of people entering the room, and it would be in the thousands. And we were told that they didn't do anything to actually promote that. All that they were really doing is just giving us advice. And then they kept pushing us to get coins. Like, we had to get a certain number of diamonds each month to maintain status with the company, to have access to talk to TikTok or stuff. So the only thing they really wanted to do was try to get us to make money for TikTok, like as much money as we possibly could make for TikTok, because I mean, yeah, we're getting less than half of it, but less, it's mostly going to TikTok. And they kept telling us, oh, it's just the algorithm. Sometimes your videos will get seen by a lot of people because it's just the algorithm is just like that. And that apparently is bullshit. There's just a Wired article that says they do indeed have staff working for them who chooses the accounts that they promote. And so there's a heat button, and they will basically, it's probably like promoting your channel without you paying for promotion, which is exactly what it looked like when I was doing that. So when I was working with the agency, I was getting astronomical views, like thousands and thousands of views. Now I think yesterday I topped out at like 40 views on something, and I have 20,000 followers. So I'm trying to move myself off of TikTok as a platform, because I just think it's terrible to have the whole reason you exist is because of your creators, and you're going to take more money from them. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So I am putting my eggs in more than one basket. I'll be doing more Instagram, even though Instagram, fuck you too. Actually, you're just as shitty. And YouTube, you're all shitty. But I want to be able to get the messages out. I want to be able to put content out. So I will just work on all three of them. But don't give me gifts anymore on TikTok. I wouldn't even do the subscription thing anymore. Basically, if you subscribe to my website as a member, I will honor the 2 card readings for you in the TikTok lives, because I just don't want to give them any more money. They don't deserve it. So I don't want to keep doing that. But you're welcome to become a member at my site, and then just let me know that you're a member. I will take that on the honor system. Because as I've said before, if you're going to try to scam me for a reading, you're going to be like, I'm a member, and you're not a member. My ancestors are Italian. You're really gonna fuck with my ancestors like that? Like, I wouldn't be fucking with my ancestors like that. Go to it, honey. Karma is a bitch, especially when your karma is coming from a bunch of Italian ancestors. Like, have fun with that. I do not. I pity the fool. So I'm gonna do that from going forward, just so everybody knows. But I think that's a much better idea than trying to work with TikTok. And it's ridiculous, because honestly, they should take less profit and pass it on to their creators. They wouldn't exist without it. And if they did that, like, I also found out that they entice you because I used to get decent views on Instagram, and then it kind of, the algorithm changed and you had to pay to promote your content and it turned into a shit show. But my Instagram thing would get so many views, and or my TikToks would get so many views, and I found out that they purposely do that. When you start a new account, they entice you, like they give you all these views, they put you in front of everybody so that you're like, oh my god, this platform is so amazing. And then they stop doing that after a while. So like I have another account, a Tuned In Tarot account on TikTok that I've been trying to grow, so I can go live from that account and just do tarot on my TikTok, and then my pearls prayers will be for music as it was originally. And my view, I get so many more views on the newer account because of that. So it's fucked up. It's fucked up. Anyway, so that's the tea on what's going on with my stuff. I could definitely use bookings. I could definitely use people who are wanting to work one-on-one with me. I am really, really trying to get more financially stable. So anything you can do to help would be greatly appreciated. Liking, subscribing, and sharing. It's a huge thing. Like, while I may, not be getting the heat button anymore, organic growth is still possible on all of these platforms. And it's down to you all who see this content to help me with that. So I appreciate that in advance. Links wise, you can click the links below. If you're on YouTube right now, if you're watching this on Instagram, the link in my profile is going to take you to the place where you can basically find anything you need. There's a place to donate to my trip to Nashville in May. There's a place for, you can send me a deck, you can send me a gift, you can check out my Amazon storefront. I need to get more of my decks in there. I keep forgetting. There's videos. So my booking for videos is a little different now. You don't have to book on a specific date anymore. You can just go ahead and go to the tunedintarot.com and select the 33. There's an $11, $33, or $44 reading. Select it, and then I will send you a reading within a reasonable amount of time, like 24 hours from receiving your reading. So you don't have to have a specific time booked anymore. And that's open for as long as I can handle it. When it starts to get too full, I'll close it for a while until I catch up with the readings. But right now it is open and active, and you can use it. And there's also a place where you can book a 15-minute free phone call with me if you want to talk about working with me one-on-one, plans and pricing or anything like that, and you just feel like speaking to me would be easier. There is an option for that as well. So I think that I've covered everything. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I will see you later tonight on TikTok if you decide to join me. And it's 12:12. Started at 11:11, ended at 12:12. We love that. Synchronicity. Goodbye, everybody. Take care.